Let me begin the proceedings by introducing you to Rod POTRIE. He is our first speaker tonight, and following Rod will be Jacob. So if Jacob's ready in queue. So everybody, this is Rod POTRIE.
Hi, my name is Rod POTRIE. So I've already told you who I am. It was John F. Kennedy that said many years ago, ask not what my country can do for me, but ask what I can do for my country. And I want to change that a little bit about, different tonight, and change that about. I want to say, not ask what town of Okotoks can do for me, but what I can do for Okotoks. And some of the things that I represent are, you know, fiscal responsibility. Who doesn't want to look after the public purse? The taxpayers' money is important, and that's will be one of my highest priorities. Responsible planned growth. We need growth. If we're not going forward, we're going backwards. So I'll be looking towards responsible planned growth. We've got lots of parks, we've got lots of pathways, we've got lots of recreation. I want to see that that's maintained and improved. A lot of people have been hurt by the pandemic, and what I'd like to see is post-pandemic recovery. I'd like to see enhancement of businesses, bureaucracy that is decreased, red tape that is decreased, so that we can move forward in a faster way. I'd like to see diversification of the tax base, and I'd like to see a fun and safe place for families in the town of Okotoks. Thank you very much. Vote for Rod POTRIE, October 18th.
Thank you, Rod. On deck is Wendy. But first, this is Jacob HENSEL.
My name is Jacob HENSEL. I'm running for council. I was working today. Obviously, I'm not as fancy as most people are dressed today. I was in LANGTON on council for 7 years. Lots of experience on the whole role and the processes of what happens in council. More than what most people think there is. We moved here almost 4 years ago with our family for a bigger town. More opportunities, more things that ladies like. Really enjoyed here. As we've been here for a while, I've noticed there are a few things that have been put on hold, left alone, left behind, not taken care of, that need to be done to help improve this town and make everybody feel safer, stronger, and better in this town. My main goal is to make sure that the residents in this town feel comfortable, happy, and safe. And when I'm elected, I'll be making sure that all the councillors look at all the things, think about everything, not just focused on little things, but making sure that we can improve this town. Make it safer, better for everybody, help the businesses, help the residents. I'll be helping you guys for the next 4 years after the 18th. Thank you.
Thanks, Jacob. Glenn will follow Wendy. This is Wendy LANGTON.
Hi guys, I'm Wendy LANGTON. This is not getting any easier the second time around tonight. I did have a speech written, I said earlier, I kind of threw it away. You can come and talk to me, we can talk about what I want to work on. You can go on my website, electwendy.ca. But what I really want to tell you is why I want to be on the council. I moved here in 2000, I've raised my children here, I have a grandchild living here and growing up, and I love this town, I really do. And I want to see it continue to be great. I think I have the qualities that we need. We're looking at practically a whole new council, so we need a lot of various things. I have had a business here, a real estate brokerage for 10 years I ran, so used to running businesses, working with lots of people, strong negotiating. I will stand up for the people. I will say what I think, but I can also, I'm a team person too. I can work with everybody. So I'm just really excited. I want to do this. I think we have a great place, and let's keep it going, and please vote for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Wendy. After Glenn will be Renee. But first, let me introduce you to Glenn STIEBEN.
Well, let's see if we can do a better job this time. I'm running for, one of the main reasons I'm running for council is for St. Laurent's traffic. Those people got cheated really when they bought these houses. There was Home Depot and another piece of property that was zoned commercial. And Costco came and knocking and he rezoned the whole area commercial. And the swamp center on Boulevard. So what I'm asking is to put your blue ribbons on your lights outside to let them know that you're going to vote for candidates that are going to vote for the $500 discount until there's double lane behind Soap's, which is number 7, and double turning. The other reason I'm running for the school board also is that they're bringing in a 2-tier system for the kindergartens, where the parents that want to pay an extra $250, they get a full day of daycare, not a half day. Well, technically, you're splitting the kids if it's turned into 2-day kindergarten. The other one is that they expose the wages that we're paying the teachers and what they're costing us. The cost of the teachers are around $125,000 a year, and the other thing is that what BC teachers are paid approximately $15,000 a year less. Plus, if you're a senior, you do not pay school tax on your houses in BC. And we almost came very close to that happening, except when STIEBEN was running, they gave them $2 billion to the teachers' budget plan, and it killed them. Thank you very much, Renee.
Thanks, bud. Next is, I think I didn't tell you that, but it's giving you the warning that you're on deck. After Renee will be Ashley, but right now let me introduce you to Renee Miller.
Hello, Okotoks. Thank you so much for coming out for our evening session. My name is Renee Miller. I'm running for Town Council. A little bit about me. I'm a lawyer by trade. Last 16 years. I was educated at the University of Calgary, born and raised in Calgary. And I can tell you in no uncertain terms that the world doesn't need any more lawyers, the world needs more farmers. I have a very small permaculture vegetable garden that I'm very happy to nurture during the growing season. And I think that being able to connect with our food and to be able to grow our own food is important, not only for some of the water conservation issues that we have in town, but also being able to share that expertise in our community and to be able to come together at farmers markets and to be able to share that knowledge is important in creating community and supporting our local community. I'm very proud to be on the board of directors for the Foothills Salvage and Recycling Society. I absolutely love that the work that they do in keeping useful and perfectly good materials out of our landfill sites. And that any of the money that gets spent through the Salvage Society then ends up being redistributed through the charities in our local community. Okotoks is committed to community and sustainability, and I share all of those values, and I would be honored to be your voice on Town Council. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Renee. Dan, you're on deck. Everybody, this is Ashley DREGER.
Hi, my name is Ashley DREGER. My husband and myself and our 4 kids have made Okotoks our home for the past 9 years. We truly enjoy the community and enjoy being part of it. I have a psychology practice in town. I completed my master's and then I opened a psychology practice in town. It's been a wonderful experience. I also sit on the local FCSS board, which I chaired for 5 years. I sit on the provincial board for FCSS. I sit on some local nonprofit boards and a provincial governance board. I have experience speaking in local events, providing psychoeducational sessions to the town. I've also been part of volunteering in many other aspects. My background and my education has allowed me to have a strong understanding of collaboration and communication. I've worked on many different levels of government. I've been a part of working with provincial and municipal, creating committees and creating policy. I feel Okotoks is a wonderful community that's at a point of change, where we could see the growth, if managed correctly, grow into one of the most sustainable, wonderful places to live.
Brian Nix, you're going to be up after Dan. Everybody, this is Dan ONERHEIM.
Thanks, Andrew. As Andrew said, my name is Dan ONERHEIM. I'm a 22-year resident of Okotoks. I grew up in the area. I grew up in Okotoks and the river on a farm. So I have those farm values. I was a paramedic till 2019 when I retired. But since 1999, I've owned a small business, and I do that on the side. So I believe communication between residents and business owners has to be improved. And I can not only help, but be an impetus to foster clear, unambiguous, and transparent dialogue. We need a council that listens and represents the citizens. My volunteer corporate and small business ownership experiences will allow me to be a communication and engagement conduit. I am passionate about the town of Okotoks, its residents and businesses, and can actually understand, comprehend, and represent your interests. I can and will be your voice and listen to your concerns. Though I retired from my career as a paramedic, I continue to work, as I said, part-time as a business owner, but I can devote the time and effort to be your counsel. On October 18th, I ask you, vote for Dan ONERHEIM for Town of Okotoks Council. Thank you very much.
Leona, you'll be up after Ryan. Everybody, please welcome Ryan Nix.
Hi everyone, thanks for coming out to see us this evening. My name is Ryan Nix, and I'm looking to represent you on Okotoks Council. So a little bit about me: I grew up in Calgary. My parents owned and operated small businesses there. I attended the University of Lethbridge and have a bachelor's degree in management, and I own a commercial sign company in Calgary. So I'm running for council because I feel like we need more people with business experience at the table. And my main points are affordability, business development and business recovery, and transparency in government. So I think that includes keeping taxes reasonable, encouraging the development of more diverse housing and jobs, and looking for efficiency in government. Local taxes and fees have increased faster than the growth of wages over the last 2 terms of council, and I think residents and businesses cannot afford more increases right now. Communication and transparency and accountability are important to help restore trust in government. That's been an issue at all levels. And I think our surveys and engagements need to be fair and unbiased to allow residents to feel like they're part of the process. So thank you for your time. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. And again, my name is Ryan Nix, and I'm asking for your vote. Thank you.
Okay, actually, Leona will be Ryan Brown, but first, everybody, this is Leona Ham.
Okay, I'm going to try and beat the 90 seconds this time. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming out tonight to tonight's forum. I'm Leona Ham, and I'm going to spend my 90 seconds just telling you about who I am and my character and what skills I bring to town council if you should vote me. I'm a mom and a wife. I'm a health professional as a physiotherapist who has served the community since 2008. Me and my family have lived here since 2004. We have raised our 2 kids here who are now 14 and 16. I'm passionate as a healthcare worker. Listening and hearing is vitally important to my interactions, and I believe that I am here to listen, and that's a great skill to have. Collaboration is only possible when listening occurs actively. This skill is what I feel I also possess. Tough decisions require research-based approach and critical analytical thinking. These characteristics are important to resolving the things that I see on a daily basis and would seamlessly transition to the discussions that we face as town council members. Thank you, and I hope that Leona Ham is one of your choices on October 18th for town council.
Didn't hit the bell that time, Leona. Cheryl, you'll follow Ryan. First, everybody, this is Ryan Brown.
Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Brown and I am seeking your vote in the upcoming election for town council. I've lived in Okotoks for 18 years, since 2003. I've raised 2 wonderful sons, along with my wife Angela. I am excited to represent you and to move our town forward by attracting investment, creating jobs, maximizing return on tax dollar investments, and work to build a team, or a town, where our kids want to live and grow. In this term, our council will be asked to commit approximately $24 million to a major civil infrastructure project. This is the Foothills Okotoks Water Plan. This town needs people with real experience, people who have the ability to analyze and dissect a multi-million-dollar proposal and budget. A person who can offer real ideas and create effective policy that translates into projects that are delivered on time and under budget. On a daily basis, I estimate, budget, and value engineer multi-million-dollar projects. I lead and work with teams both large and small to ensure that the delivery of those projects is the most efficient and effective possible way while maximizing investment dollars. I have the experience that my fellow council members can lean on and the experience to get things done. I am your best solution to represent you on town council. Please vote Ryan Brown on October 18th. Thank you.
Thanks, Ryan. After Cheryl will be Tassidq. Everybody, this is Cheryl ACTEMICHUK.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Cheryl ACTEMICHUK, your next town councillor. What I've brought to the community is 27 years of passion, dedication, integrity, and responsibility. I have made it my mission over the last 27 years to be involved in several clubs, organizations, and different aspects of our community to get to know exactly what Okotoks needs. I will dedicate my time to represent you. Okotoks is my priority. A vote for me means I will be a full-time councillor. It won't be a part-time job. I will continue to investigate and support opportunities for manageable housing costs. I will keep businesses open and encourage light industrial to come to town, keeping our residents here so they can live, work, and play in the same space. I will assist to open the doors to people that want to live here from all ages, from youth to seniors. It is so important that we support everyone in this community, no matter what age they are. I am passionate about Okotoks. I have the time, the energy, and the dedication to do it. I'm asking for your vote on town council, and I will represent you.
Sure. Tassidq first, Gord next. Everybody, this is Tassidq SYED.
Thank you so much. Once again, my lovely Okotokians. I really love you. 5.5 years living here. My name is Tassidq Hussain. And first of all, I would like to say thank you for Eagle FM 109. They are here because I'm a media person, my background. Almost 15 years working international TV channel called Jahan TV German Voice. I present Canada. And my lovely Okotokan fellows, I really love this town. My lovely wife, Kamal, is here. She's supporting me. My kids, they're going in particular. The way this town is, the uniqueness of this town, I want to continue, work with my other council if I elected. I'm just requesting you, please vote for change. I mean, we should practice, like a person like me. I have 5 languages, I speak 5 languages. I learn English here, previously I said. And, it's very multicultural and cosmopolitan town here. So we should build up this town more and more. Taxes is my priority too, but the first priority is seniors and second kids, because I have a spiritual connection with the seniors. I want to work for them, better life, and we can, along, with the teamwork. I believe on teamwork. And definitely we're going to rock on. Thank you so much, Mr. Andrew, and thank you so much, Chamber of Commerce again.
Thank you. Trellis, you're on deck. Everybody, this is Gord.
Hi, I'm going to start with a few thank yous. I want to thank the Chamber, and I want to thank you, Andrew, for doing all this. But 24 people put their names forth to do this, to have the guts to stick their neck out and do this. I applaud each and every one of you. I think it's remarkable. It shows the passion you have for this town, and thank you. I work here, I live here, I play here. I also raised 3 daughters here, and as a young boy, we moved around a lot. I haven't left here for 28 years. That's kind of cool. Some of the things that I'm looking at, past chambers haven't been transparent. They haven't been upfront with you. They just sort of hid behind the walls. I'm not doing that. We're gonna go, if we're doing something, we're gonna let you know we're doing something. The other thing is, we still have to be socially and fiscally responsible. You don't know how hard it was not to say physically there. Thought I'd get more. But once again, thank you all for coming out tonight. You all showing passion for this town. This is a beautiful town. We've got to keep the small town feel. With that small town feel, it brings neighbors here. Thank you very much. Remember to vote. Thank you.
Thank you, Gord. Brent, you'll follow Trellis. First, everybody, let me introduce you to Trellis Palmer.
Ready? Okay. Welcome and thank you, everyone. I'm a little less nervous this time, so I appreciate you all coming. I'm a proud mother. I should say I've been here 20 years, and I'm a proud mother of 2+1. I'm a very active community member. My education and background is social work, admin, network marketing. My experience, I have been on some municipal committees, boards, various fundraisers in the community. You can find me just about anywhere. Most of you will recognize me. I'm losing track here, well, because I was jam-packing so much in there. My focus is taxes, the residential and businesses. The businesses, we need a lot more business-based to balance off our residential business taxes. Over on 32nd there's a lot of square footage over there that's not being used. The big horn building is empty for so long, so we need to start attracting those businesses. We need to focus on our water direction, which seems to be in the moment temporarily solved or worked on. Our affordable housing, our arts and learning. We need to keep our artists and our entertainers here, bringing some money in. Our resources, we need to connect them, and everybody needs to work together so that we can have these available resources. Accountability of council and administration. I am the voice of Okotoks, and I'm transparent and I'm a good communicator. So vote Trellis October 18th. Thank you.
Thanks, Trellis. Oliver, you're on deck. Everybody first, this is Brent Robinson.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you all for sticking around so late. For my second address this evening, I'm going to give you 3 reasons why I believe I'll be an effective town councillor for Okotoks. The first one is that I believe I am competent and effective. I was a commercial litigator for 15 years, and I'm now working on a master's degree in data science and analytics. I think this makes me good at the boring stuff. Your town council agenda packages will come with lots of numbers and figures, long reports. I believe I can digest those, break them down, and ask insightful questions of administration in order to provide effective oversight and mitigate risk for our town and provide efficient government. Secondly, I have deep roots in this community. I was born and raised here. I've been the president of the local lacrosse association for the last 4 years. This exposes me to many different people from many different backgrounds in our community, which allows me to understand and reflect the values of our community in order to try and translate those values into decisions that we make at the council table. Third, I'm transparent and engaged right now in this campaign, and that is how I would like to govern as your town councilor. I think part of the role of councilors once we get past the election stage is not just to make decisions, but then reach out to our community and explain to them why those decisions matter to them, personalize those things, and get behind some of the more bureaucratic language we get from the town. Because that is not very approachable, and I think it's councilors' job to make that approachable so that the people in the town can understand and why it matters in their lives. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you to the Chamber for organizing this evening, and vote on October 18th. And while you're there, please vote for Brent Robinson. Thank you.
Thanks, Brent. Following Oliver will be Dusty. Everybody, this is Oliver HALLMARK.
Thank you. My name is Oliver HALLMARK, and I'm excited to be running for one of the 6 seats on the Okotoks Town Council. I've lived in Okotoks for 11 years and have had the opportunity to build some amazing relationships through my work as a hairstylist and by volunteering with several local charitable organizations. I am currently the Vice Chair of the Family Community Support Services and sit on the Age-Friendly Community Subcommittee. If elected, I am looking forward to represent Okotokians' voices regarding many things like the collaborative water solution, the CMRB, affordable housing partnerships, and the future Performing Arts Center. I also plan to support the recommendations put forward by the Age-Friendly Subcommittee, which will help make Okotoks a more age-inclusive municipality. So when you head to the polls over the next 11 days, a vote for me is a vote for someone who is approachable, optimistic, and has a lot of municipal committee experience. Thank you so much for the consideration.
Thanks, Oliver. Okay, so the next speaker on the list is actually Don Mably. He is undergoing some COVID precautions tonight. He wasn't able to make it. In the first round of the speaking, his wife Beverly was here. She wasn't able to stay. So unfortunately, you're not going to hear from Don Mably this time, but he is a candidate. His name was on the list. I just want to make sure that I make mention of his name, at least Don Mably. So we'll get past that though, and I'll introduce you to Dusty FROOM.
My name is Dusty FROOM. I moved here 16 years ago. I fell in love with this town, and I can't imagine any place else I'd rather live. That said, I don't like the direction that this town is going. I think we're getting too dense too fast, and too much is being done, and not enough to keep the community that we all fell in love with. I also want to mention one word that we all heard 1,000 times in the last 20 years, that's water. We need it. We need to get it now. If I get voted onto council, I promise to fight to bring back the community that we fell in love with. I promise to fight for water. And I also promise to be accountable to any decisions that I make. I promise to listen to all of you and do the best to represent you on this council. If you want accountability, if you want transparency, and if you want to be heard, please vote for me on the 18th. Thank you.
Thank you, Dusty. Sylvia, I didn't tell you that you're on deck, so thank you for being there anyway. She's on point. On deck after Sylvia is Rachel. First, everybody, this is Sylvia DOUBLET.
Hello, thanks for coming out this evening. I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. My husband and I decided 34 years ago that we would raise our family in Okotoks. The reason we decided Okotoks was largely due to the beauty of the Sheep River Valley and the small town charm. Today, we're very proud of the town and how it's grown and all the amenities that are available for us. I decided to run for office because I have the time, desire, dedication, extensive business experience to contribute back to my community as town council. I've worked at an integrated oil and gas company for over 30 years in the finance department. I have had experience with property taxes, financial reporting, asset management, budgeting, and communicating with government bodies. Our charming town has now become a multi-million-dollar corporation. And what voters have to ask themselves is, who do they trust to run this corporation? I have the experience, the integrity, and the will to commit to transparency and ensure all decisions are made with the community in our hearts. My name is Sylvia DOUBLET, and I'm looking for your vote to support me as town council. Please get out and vote. Thank you.
Sylvia. Ken, you'll be on deck. First, everybody, this is Rachel SWENDSEID.
Thank you, Andrew. Hello, everybody. My name is Rachel SWENDSEID, and I am running for Okotoks Town Council. Thank you so much, Okotoks Chamber, for organizing this event. This campaign has brought me to your front doors. It's brought me to your neighborhoods. I have listened to you talk about what you love about this community and what ideas you want to see in the future. This has been the most rewarding part of the campaign, and I thank everyone who shared their feedback with me. We are at a pivotal point in this community. Growth is on the horizon for this town, and the demographics are shifting. We have an opportunity right now to set a strategic direction for the town that will hold on to what folks love about Okotoks and meet the needs for the future. What I can bring to the table when creating that strategic plan is that I am on the ground in this community. I have sat on the Sheepera Valley Committee. I co-founded a nonprofit here in Okotoks. I'm an active community volunteer. I was also born and raised here in Okotoks, and I'm raising my 2 young kids. So I understand some of the concerns that folks have about where Okotoks is going. But this is why I'm so excited to run for Okotoks Council. It's because we may not be able to control the growth outside of our boundaries, but we can control how we grow here. We have a chance right now to put the wheels in motion to diversify both our tax base and our housing. We can create a plan to make arts and culture one of the economic drivers of Okotoks. We can focus on making sure that as we grow, our town remains accessible to every resident, such as a growing senior population. A vote for Rachel SWENDSEID on October 18th is a vote for someone who deeply cares about this community and will be dedicated to working together to make your priorities a reality. Thank you.
James, you'll follow Ken. Everybody, let me introduce you to Ken HEEMERYCK.
Thank you, Mr. Gustafson. Hello, and thank you for being here today. My name is Ken HEEMERYCK, and I am seeking re-election for my 3rd term as town councillor. I've lived in Okotoks for 40 years, and I am married with 2 children. I am here with a truly heavy heart, so my friend and mentor, Bill Robertson. That being said, I do endorse Tanya Thorne for mayor this election. She is an excellent candidate. I believe that experience is a key asset to bring back to the council table. I've learned that cooperation and finding common ground with both fellow councillors, as well as other partners in the community, can lead to great things. Some notable accomplishments over my last 8 years on town council include twinning the Payson Arena, the enhanced pathways and walking bridges, the new library, and on-demand transit are just a few examples of what experience and partnership can bring to a community. If elected, I will encourage my fellow councillors to continue to support initiatives such as the Bow River to Okotoks pipeline, a performing arts center, revitalizing downtown, affordable housing strategies, and strengthening the business tax base. It would be my honor to serve Okotoks for another term. Thank you very much.
I'm just going to say I like when people call me Mr. Thank you for that. And, Jessica, you'll follow James. Everybody, this is James Lee.
Never figure out which hand I want to use. Good evening. My name is James Lee, and I'm running to represent you, my fellow Okotokians, in the upcoming municipal election on October 18th. I'm a born and raised Southern Albertan, starting life in Calgary and moving to our beautiful town about 13 years ago. I believe this position is going to take someone that is open-minded and available to the people of Okotoks on many different levels. I have a great deal of experience in customer service and look to bring that to the table when dealing with planning and development. It is of the utmost importance to truly understand the needs of the community as a whole and maintain an open line of communication at all times, which I will strive to do. I also believe that we need to grow our town in a controlled and sustainable manner. We need to ask what new business and amenities can bring to our community while supporting local businesses and business owners that already call Okotoks home. Lastly, I feel it is necessary in talking about growth that we discuss water. It continues to be a topic of great interest, and I believe that the Foothills Okotoks Regional Water Project is a very viable option for our town to secure new water source. That being said, we need to make it our priority to get funding and approvals for the project pushed through so we can get shovels in the ground as soon as possible. I would like to thank you all for joining us tonight, and on October 18th, I hope you feel confident in electing me, James Lee, for Town Council. Thank you.
Thanks, Jim. So we're down to our last couple. Shawna, obviously you'll go after Jessica. Everybody, this is Jessica MAURICE.
Hi, I'm Jessica MAURICE. Politics has always been important in my family.
My father got me involved in conservative politics as a teenager, and I've been passionate about it ever since. I've advocated for change both at provincial and federal levels. I have testified in front of the parliamentary committee and lobbied the provincial government and ministers for change, so I have a unique knowledge of all different levels of government. Because of my experience, I also know that one person can make a difference, and that's why I've decided to run for town council this term. When elected, I'll focus on bringing in diverse housing solutions so that Okotoks can have cradle-to-grave options, so residents won't have to leave at the different stages of their life. Currently, housing in Okotoks is largely unattainable for those living on fixed or lower incomes, and this has to change so that our community and our residents can thrive. I'll work towards economic development to attract professional job opportunities, which will bolster local businesses and increase our commercial tax base. Now, making sure that Okotoks grows intentionally through this is going to be key so that we can ensure the community connection that we all love about Okotoks is maintained and we keep that small town feel. And given our current economic state, I'll take fiscal responsibility seriously to ensure that projects and expenditures are kept in line and aligned with what we need as Okotokians. I'm a business owner, I'm a mother, and I want to make sure that Okotoks is a community that everyone can enjoy for today and our future generations. Please vote for me on October 18th for Town Council. I am committed to being a strong voice for Okotoks.
Thank you, Jessica. And to wrap it all up, everybody, this is Shawna Lawson.
Thank you. So here I am, a Red Deer girl who's worked all over the world, came back to Alberta, and we chose Okotoks. Why? It's a beautiful, vibrant community. But what else can we do? And what do I bring you? I bring you over 20 years of community and economic development experience from various communities, some just like Okotoks, a lot like Okotoks, who are living next to rural spaces. I bring best practices from other communities that I can pioneer. What I need is your imagination. What if we could have our own economy? We didn't have to commit. We had great jobs here. We had lots of opportunities for young people to come back, so they didn't have to work somewhere else. And we had a vibrant arts and culture scene, a vibrant downtown, that everybody would say, oh, I'd like to go for a weekend to Okotoks. So it's that what if, and I can help create that, and also have the municipal fiscal experience to look at the fiscal tax rates and tax ratios. So I'm asking you, when it comes to October 18th, vote for Shawna Lawson. And since I get the last word,
I think I get the last word.
remember, and it's not just kitschy, but Okotoks does rock.